Welcome back to our channel. It is a truly unpredictable Tuesday, and we have so much to unpack today. Hold on, what if everything we believed about this character was wrong? The absolute sheer panic of realizing Kail is still legally married is hitting me in waves. I am shaking just typing this because the implications are catastrophic. Nicole's entire reality is built on a foundation of sand, and the tide is rushing in so fast. How is Nicole going to react when she finds out that the man she has been giving her soul to is still legally bound to another woman? This isn't just a missed paperwork situation. This is a deliberate, calculated omission she is going to completely shatter. I can already see the look in her eyes, that specific, terrifying blankness before the tears start. It's going to be a visceral, agonizing breakdown because she didn't just love him, she trusted him implicitly. She gave him her vulnerability, and he took it while wearing another woman's invisible ring. This keeps getting worse the more I think about it. But wait, we have to look deeper. What is Kail actually hiding that is so much bigger than just not being divorced? Because let's be real, in this world, a delayed divorce is child's play. It's a minor scandal. No, something is deeply off here. There is a monstrous secret lurking beneath this legal marital status. Is there a financial clause, a blood pact, a dark family secret that ties him to his wife forever? Maybe that means nothing, but did you notice the way he constantly checks his phone when Nicole leaves the room? The nervous behavior, the frantic swiping. He isn't just hiding a marriage certificate. He is hiding a massive, destructive truth that could ruin more than just his relationship. I am starting to think his entire identity might be a fabrication constructed to keep Nicole in the dark while he manages whatever catastrophic mess he left behind. And what about his excuse? He keeps claiming, or at least implying through his actions, that his past is behind him. But is his marriage actually broken? Or is that just the most convenient, pathetic excuse to keep Nicole pacified and anchored to him? Men like Kail don't just stumble into accidental bigamy. They curate their lives. If his marriage was truly over, it would be over. But he's keeping it alive on life support for a reason. He needs Nicole for something, and he needs his wife for something else. He is playing both sides of the chessboard, and Nicole is just a piece he is moving to protect his king. I can't stop thinking about this. The way he looks at Nicole, is it love? Or is it the desperate gaze of a man trying to keep his most valuable asset from walking out the door? Which brings me to the most sickening realization of all. Why is Kail still secretly seeing his wife if he claims he has completely fallen out of love with her? You don't sneak out in the middle of the night. You don't have hushed, aggressive phone calls in the hallway. You don't arrange clandestine meetings in underground parking garages with a woman you feel nothing for. There is an energy there, a dark, twisted, unresolved energy. Are they arguing, or are they plotting? Are they fighting over assets? Or are they coordinating their next move? Every time he comes back from seeing her, his posture is different. He looks tense, his jaw is clenched, and he overcompensates with Nicole. He buys her things, he showers her with affection. Why does every scene feel emotionally manipulated? It's because it is. He is managing her emotions to cover his own tracks. And let's talk about the wife for a second, because my mind is doing absolute backflips. Does she really not know about his betrayal, or has she known from the very beginning? I am leaning heavily toward the latter. Think about the editing choices in the recent episodes. The camera lingering on her face when Kail's name is mentioned. Why was she smiling during that scene? That reaction didn't feel human. It didn't feel like a woman who is being cheated on. It felt like a woman who is watching a rat run through a maze she built. I am terrified that she isn't a victim at all. What if she is the architect of this entire nightmare? What if she knows exactly where Kail is every single night, and she sanctions it? The thought that Nicole is being played not just by the men she loves, but by his hidden wife, makes me want to scream. So how is Nicole going to confront him when the truth finally explodes? Because it will explode. It has to. I don't think it will be a quiet conversation. I think it's going to be a volcanic eruption of grief and rage. Will she find a document, a text message, or will she see them together? When every single ounce of her trust shatters into a million jagged pieces, how does she even form the words to ask him why? She is going to demand answers, but her voice is going to shake. I can picture the exact framing of the scene, the harsh lighting, the suffocating silence before she drops the bomb. She is going to look at him, really look at him, and realize she has been sleeping next to a stranger, a phantom, a liar. And the worst part is, she is going to want to believe whatever lie he tells next, because the truth is too agonizing to bear. But can Kail actually provide an explanation that is powerful enough to save this relationship? Do you think he planned this from the start? He is a master manipulator. He knows exactly what to say to disarm her. He will probably use her own empathy against her. He will paint himself as a victim of circumstance, a tragic figure trapped in a legal nightmare he couldn't escape, doing it all just to protect the pure, untainted love he has for Nicole. He will cry. He will beg. He will make intense and blinking eye contact that feels so deeply invasive it scrambles her logic. And I am terrified that it might work. Because Nicole's heart is so desperate for this to be a misunderstanding. But maybe I'm reading too deeply into this. Or maybe the show wants us to ignore the obvious and fall for his manipulative charm just like she does. The moment that is keeping me awake at night, though, is the inevitable face-to-face between Nicole and the wife. When Nicole finally stands in front of this woman, the legal wife, the one who holds the actual title, what is going to happen to her psyche? Will she realize in that horrifying instant that she is the victim of a cruel game? Or will she be crushed by the sudden, sickening guilt of realizing she is the other woman? Because Nicole is a good person, she never wanted to wreck a home. If the wife plays the victim, Nicole will crumble. She will internalize all the blame, but if the wife smirks, if the wife shows her true, calculated colors, Nicole's reality is going to snap. The psychological unraveling we are about to witness is going to be unprecedented. I genuinely don't know what to believe anymore. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go all the way back. Did Kail intentionally target and approach Nicole for a specific, sinister purpose that has absolutely nothing to do with love? I am spiraling, but think about it. Their initial meeting. It was too perfect. It was too cinematic. He said all the right things at the exact right time. It was like he had studied her. What if he did? What if he ran a background check? What if he needed someone with her specific connections, her specific vulnerabilities, or her specific assets? Maybe he needs her to take the fall for something? Maybe he is setting her up as a patsy for a corporate crime or a financial fraud? The way he always asks her to sign those routine documents without reading them. My God, I can't breathe. He is building a trap, and she is walking right into it with a smile on her face. This brings me to my most unhinged, terrifying theory yet. Is the wife a part of this prearranged plan? Are Kail and his wife a twisted, sociopathic team? A Bonnie and Clyde of emotional and financial destruction? It would explain everything. It would explain why he still sees her. It would explain why his marriage isn't actually over. They are running a long con. They target vulnerable, trusting women, drain them of whatever it is they need: money, status, reputation, and then discard them. The wife isn't the victim of a cheating husband. She is the co-director of this sick play. Every time Kail comes home to her, they probably sit in the dark, drink expensive wine, and laugh at how easily Nicole is being manipulated. The hidden resentment I thought I saw in the wife's eyes wasn't aimed at Kail. It was aimed at Nicole, a mocking, cruel disdain for her naivety. If this is true, then this entire seemingly perfect romance is nothing but a weaponized conspiracy aimed directly at Nicole's heart and life. Every kiss, every touch, every whispered promise in the dark was a calculated move on a chessboard, Do you realize how devastating that is? To look back at the happiest moments of your life and realize they were scripted by your worst enemy. The show has been dropping hints. The strange pauses in dialogue where Kail seems to be waiting for his cue. The repeated shots of mirrors and reflections, symbolizing his dual nature, his two faces. I am obsessing over these symbolic details because they are screaming at us. The editors are trying to warn us. The director is trying to warn us. Nicole is walking on a tightrope over a pit of vipers, and Kail is the one holding the scissors to cut the line. But here is the final, agonizing twist that makes my brain physically hurt. When all the masks finally fall off, when the plan is exposed, when the wife steps out of the shadows and the truth is laid bare on the table, what if Kail actually fell in love with Nicole? What if the pawn became the queen? What if he started this as a cold, calculated game, but her purity, her genuine love, actually broke through his sociopathic exterior? That would explain his nervous behavior lately. He isn't just afraid of getting caught by his wife. He is terrified of losing Nicole because he accidentally developed a soul. He is trapped in his own web. He has to finish the plan to satisfy his wife, but doing so will destroy the only real thing he has ever felt. The emotional power struggle between his loyalty to the con and his desperate, unexpected love for Nicole is going to tear him apart. I am exhausted. I am emotionally consumed by this. Every time I rewatch a scene, I see a new layer of deception. I see a new micro-expression. I see a shadow in the background that looks like the wife watching them. I see Kail's hands trembling when he holds Nicole. Is it guilt? Is it love? Is it the thrill of the hunt? I don't know anymore. I am projecting my own paranoia onto the screen, but I don't care because the stakes are too high. Nicole is about to walk into a buzzsaw of betrayal, and we are forced to sit here and watch it happen. Will she survive it? Will she burn them both to the ground in a fiery blaze of revenge? Or will she just fade away, another victim of Kail's monstrous charm? I can't sleep. I can't stop analyzing every single frame. This story is a psychological horror disguised as a soap opera, and we are all trapped in the maze with her.